The Flying Pig Marathon is a huge economic boon to Cincinnati. The estimated impact, $14 million. 40,000 runners will be taking part in the events that kick off Friday. This year, there's another race, the 50 West Mile. The race kicks off Flying Pig weekend on Friday, and Iris Simpson-Bush, executive director of the Flying Pig, joins Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio with a preview of that race and the weekend. Jamie and Iris.
Thanks, Peg. Iris, thanks for being here for our annual look into the pig.
You're welcome, Jamie. I love to take a look ahead.
Now, last year we had a super exciting Flying Pig because, believe it or not, it was the 20th anniversary. The excitement hasn't gone down, right?
No, I think we're enjoying a halo effect, if you will. So this year is it's shaping up to be our second largest field ever. We've been blessed with growth through those first 20 years. So many things were put in place for the 20th that the marathoners and the participants loved. So a bit of a challenge to keep it the same this year, but we were able to, we're always subject to construction issues and things.
Absolutely.
We don't have our own venue, but the city is so cooperative, and everybody really went to great lengths to try to make that same start and finish available to us. Yeah. And marathoners and all the participants, they kind of like it to be the same. So we were thrilled to be able to set up the same formula for success.
Absolutely. Now, tell me why or how do we attract, I think both the male and female winners from last year are both back in for this year, right?
And that doesn't always happen. They're all such, high energy, type A personalities. Many are in medical school doing things that life takes them in a different direction. So it's always fun when they come back.
That's awesome.
We have another prior winner, who Ann Flowers, who's a local. She's registered to do it again this year. And again, that's kind of validating, a good endorsement for us. And we have 29 countries represented for years.
And every
We've
state?
got all 50 states, and that's happened for quite a long time. But I think 29 foreign countries enables us now to say we get international recognition.
Well, I think I heard rumor that there's a gentleman that's going to try something new this year called the 5-Way.
Yes, he is.
So he's going to run Friday night's mile, 5K, 10K, half, and then turn around and run the full.
Yes. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
Just amazing. So, of course, he's an ultra marathoner. People create these challenges for themselves, and that's one of the things we love and endorse at the Pig. It's really all about, it's your goal. You have to do the training. You have to put in the miles. But if you do all of that, we try to do anything and everything we can to support your efforts in achieving that goal. And that's why it's so emotional.
I've said this to you many times, but one of my favorite parts as being on the board of the Flying Pig is Saturday night's pasta dinner, when it's primarily out-of-town people, out-of-town runners, and you and I run around the tables talking to these people. But just to hear the stories, my favorite thing to ask them is, why the pig? You're from North Dakota, you're from Florida, you're from... And the stories they never end, and I never hear, anybody tired of me. Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
From the medal to the fun to the hills. I never thought I'd hear somebody say they came for the hills, but,
Well, you sure get bragging rights here. Our world is not flat.
Yeah.
But, it's true. And when people PR here, their personal record, they're always astounded. I remember we were at the expo in Chicago. We go to expos in other cities to try to recruit people to the Pig, and this gentleman stood by our booth, and he was telling everyone that came up, I PR'd at the Pig. So it's additional bragging rights. And I think part of that is they hear we have some hills, so they train very hard and thoroughly and surprise themselves, and that's very gratifying as well.
Well, for those that, obviously a lot of runners run, as she said, all the participants, but for those that aren't participants, there's still so much going on. Whether you're just standing on the streets squealing, or whether you go to the expo on Friday or Saturday, there's a lot of activity around the next weekend.
You're absolutely right. Over 8,000 volunteers. We affectionately refer to them as our grunts. You mentioned the 100, on a good day it's over 100,000 spectators who are squealers. And again, that's all that makes the Pig what it is, and what we hear from those people out of town. I've heard that, all these crazy things go on in the course. Well, they are crazy, but they're fun, and much of it is motivational when they're, again, struggling a little. There are people there to encourage.
Well, I know we're running out of time here. I want to thank you for everything you've done with the Pig and continue to do, and I think I'll be with you from Friday till about Sunday afternoon, right?
Well, and Jamie, back at you. Thanks for for all you've contributed, and it is that sort of community
It's a
effort.
community spirit.